Hey guys, Nathan here, and I'm 8 months on testosterone. But that's not what this video is about. Don't worry though, I will be having an update soon. It's just not much has really been happening, or like little things. I've got some chin hairs and stuff. But next month, at my 9-month mark, I'll be doing another comparison. So I've got so it's 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year. That's my plan. So I'll have a comparison then, so just wait for that. But for this video, I'm going to be showing some books that I made and how I made them, and that whole process. I don't know why I decided to make some books. I just thought it was cool and make a little sketchbook for myself and some other people as well. You can use these basic principles to make anything really. Like, I made a photography zine using the same kind of stitching that I use in this video. So this is my book. It's black because I like it simple. There is a difference between this book and the one that I made in the video though. That was my first book that I made when I was filming, so I realised that there was a slight problem with that, and I will go into that when we get to it in the video. But this is my book. I've got 2 of these. I'm just gonna voice over like the basic instructions every so often, otherwise it'll just be a pretty quiet video. Won't put any music. If you want to put some music on and watch it, that's great. I would recommend doing that. Just have a little relax and chill out, because this is going to be a long video. So I hope you enjoy it. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that. I know this video is a bit random, so just bear with me. I'm gonna get into some photography videos. I'm gonna do like a photography 101 thing, and maybe later I'll do a video one as well. I think that's the way that my channel's gonna be heading, into like photography and video, and obviously trans things. Yeah, this is just kind of a random DIY. So enjoy it, I'll see you later. So basically I just start off by ripping up some pages out of my sketchbook. You can use whatever paper you'd like. With my sketchbook it has a few funky edges, so I just cut those off. A metal ruler is easiest to try and cut those edges so it doesn't get caught on the plastic if you use a plastic ruler. Now I'm just marking out the lines for where to cut the pages. Each page is 15 centimeters by 10.5 centimeters, so you can fit 5 pages onto an A3 sheet. So I just cut those out. And that is one sheet. So I made 16 pages and I split them into 4 each, and that creates a signature. I then folded the pages. And then I put the pages inside each other. So then I had 4 sets of 4 pages. Next I marked out the points for the holes. I measured halfway up the middle of the sheet where the crease is, and then measured 2 centimeters for each hole next to it, and then another 2 centimeters. I then used that template that I made out of one of the sheets, and I just poked the holes through each set of the signatures and just used that template for all of the signatures that I made. Next I got some thick thread. You can use whatever you want. It's good to get a bit of a hook needle. It makes it a bit easier when stitching the book. I managed to get that through the first go, that was pretty good. Then just tie a simple knot at the end, just to make sure it doesn't come out of the book. Then you just do kind of a weaving action with the stitching all the way till the end. Once you get to the end, just loop around and come back the other way, doing the same thing. Then you want to go under that last loop on the inside and make a bit of a loop in that loop and put your string through it to make a bit of a knot. Pull it tight, but not too tight because you don't want to rip the paper, and then go back through the hole and pull it through to the other side. So that's your first signature. You want to take your next signature and put it on the top and start putting your needle through the next hole. Once you pull the needle through the hole, you want to bring it down and through the loop at the bottom of the previous signature, and then bring it around that stitch and then through the loop behind it, and then back through the hole that you came from. And then continue this throughout this signature. Once you get to the end, do the same thing and bring the needle through the loop behind the stitch at the bottom, and then put your next signature on top. For this next signature, instead of bringing it to the bottom stitch, you bring it in between the stitches of the book previous and the bottom. I'm going to show it a few times because I'm not very good at explaining how to do this stitching. I'll leave a link to the videos that I watched to learn how to do this. They're a bit better at explaining than me. I'm just trying to show you the process. At this point you could add as many signatures as you like. This method can just keep going. If you run out of thread, don't worry, just like when we tied off the first signature, just do the same thing, make a knot on the inside of the book and then pull it to the outside and cut it off. And then make some more thread and start back at the hole that you left off at. So this is my completed book thing. I don't remember what the term is for that. If you want to clean up the edges, you can just hold down your book with a ruler and cut the edge. You don't have to do this, you can keep it kind of natural and have those little bits hanging off. But if you want it to be a bit cleaner, just cut off those edges. And then sand it down so there's no rough bits hanging off. Next we'll make the cover, so get some cardboard or just something thicker than the paper that you have, and make two rectangles that are a couple of mils bigger than your sheets. For this I also made a spine, which is where it's different from my other books that I made. So I discovered that making a spine kind of made it harder to open, so I just recommend not using a spine. So you'll just have the two covers. For the cover you can use whatever you want. I got some plastic covering that you use on just books in general. Got some shiny stuff, some black stuff, and a clear one as well. So with the clear one you can actually draw onto the cover, like the cardboard, and then you'll be able to see whatever design you want. So this is the part where you can really customize it. Also you can use whatever color thread that you want. That's another way you can customize it. What I did was I attached a piece of string to my book, and what that did is act as like a bit of a ribbon so that I could find where I left off, which is really handy. So that's really easy to just put in. You just tie it to your existing stitching, and then you can just have a nice little bookmarker. Also cut the corners off so that they fold correctly. What I'm doing now is just folding over the plastic so that it stays stuck down. Make sure to really get this in so that it stays down. So instead of putting in the spine, just leave the same amount of space as the spine as if it would be there, so that can allow it to close properly. In doing that though, there is a lot of sticky surface, and to get rid of that you just get a little bit of flour and just rub it onto that sticky part, and that makes it not sticky anymore. Next was the gluing, so just put some glue on the cardboard part and also glue onto the first page. To stop getting glue on the rest of the book, put a sheet in between that sheet you're gluing and the rest of the book, and then just glue the page onto the cover, and then just squash it down, make sure there's no air bubbles, and I'd recommend flattening it under a book overnight, just to let it dry and stay glued together properly. So this is a close-up of my book. It's got the soft spine and a little bookmarker. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.